Welcome to another, um, sorry. Welcome to another edition of HPL Game of the Week. I am Hell State, joined once again by Pablo. Oh, well, actually, Pablo's going to take the reins because I got to take this phone call.
Okay, well, while Hell State's on his business call, I'll give the preview of the game. It's Miami at home against Louisville. Miami, the number 2 team in the country, and Louisville, the number 15, I think, team in the country. A little overrated, said some naysayers, but here we go. This should be a good matchup. This is has a lot of ACC implications when it comes to the title game. In my opinion, I think I have Miami -8 in this one, and I'm gonna bet Miami to cover that spread. Miami coming out in the orange versus Louisville coming out in the white. Miami, I think, has the leading Heisman guy right now, Chris Johnson Jr. I'm not 100% sure what his stats are, but I'm pretty confident they are ridiculous. I think somewhere around like 30 some total touchdowns and over 2,000 total yards already. As Louisville's going to be receiving the kick. And probably a bad decision to bring it out as he takes it to the 13. Statistically, this Miami offense is number 1 in the nation in points per game, probably yards per game too. It's 617. So we'll see if they can do that here today. A little RPO out to the left, and 9 breaks a tackle and takes it for a gain of about 17. It's going to be big for Louisville to get ahead and not fall behind. Because these Miami running backs are ridiculous. Like 390-plus running backs, I think they have. So it's going to be hard to stop the run. And if you get behind, then you may be cooked. He throws up a deep ball, and that's complete. Pierce Clarkson with a dart. Pierce Clarkson dropping back, finally the drag route to number 3 as he makes a move and almost gains the first down. As we introduce Jackson, I think he joined the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hell State is taking a phone call, I reckon. And he's just kind of MIA.
First and 10, the 25.
Yeah, Jackson, I was inviting you whenever he threw the deep ball.
Yeah, all right.
and I like looked at the very bottom of my screen. And I didn't know if it was complete.
2nd and 2.
Who's covering the spread? I had Miami -8. Do you
I actually had Louisville winning this game coming into it.
really? So I guess I know who you're gonna take Louisville with the points and money line.
Yeah. In the red zone now, or in 1st and goal.
He barely made it back to the line of scrimmage there. That was it's going to open field tackling right there from the Miami secondary.
Yeah, threw that ball out there, but no blockers. Nothing really the running back could do. And that's going to be returned for 6.
I clicked the wrong
You
button.
just
That's
gotta
on
wonder.
me.
You just
Wow.
gotta wonder.
I come back at the perfect time.
I don't think I've ever seen a better throw from a quarterback. Wow.
So yeah, that's unfortunate. Miami gets on the board. Okay, wow. Yeah, see.
Oh my goodness, Valentine.
We're joined by Jackson Altman. That makes sense. Okay. So it's 7-0 here. Louisville will get the ball back. They gotta obviously finish drives better than that. But this Miami defense has been a force to be reckoned with ever since the Florida game. So we'll see if if they're able to keep their good momentum going.
Yeah, I still got. I think that Miami -8 was looking worse at the beginning, but I think that a throw from Pierce Clarkson kind of helps that out. I think Pierce Clarkson might have Miami -8 too.
Well, Louisville is certainly playing for their playoff hopes. I don't even know if they really deserve it at 3 losses out of the ACC. But you get to 4, and I don't think you can make a
You're
case for
cooked.
them being the playoff.
No, I think with 3 losses, he'll probably make it since he's 15th right now.
Well, if he wins today, he's set up nicely to do it. So, stop by Brown.
Brown making the tackle on Brown.
Oh, shit. Drop my phone. 2nd and 9. Hit as he throws. Major Richard in on the stop, but so 3rd and 9, we're gonna have to see a defensive stand here for Miami. Good opportunity to get them off the field.
Yeah, I'm ready to watch the Miami offense. I don't think I've watched them play since when I played them.
Yeah. They're gonna show pressure to the left. They won't send it all. Clarkson got a man first down. That's that tight end that caused me some fits when the Cardinals choked their lead in Starkville.
Maybe the pick 6 from Clarkson was on purpose. They just don't like playing with a lead, so don't get a lead.
It's not a terrible strategy. As we have comments from Joker saying, Pablo, are we watching the game or reading a book? So I guess the commentary was a little boring for
I was
him.
mid-invite of Jackson Altman when he threw a 40-yard pass down the field with Pierce Clarkson, and I did not see it.
Well, we know our good buddy Joker likes to nitpick at stuff, so y'all just gonna have to not mind him. Just an old man yelling at clouds, really.
Well, if a guy like Always Joker wanted it more, maybe he would be in the booth.
Yeah, I agree. So you see, Magic Don Juan is currently fourth in passing yards on the year.
Joker's on one tonight.
The 3rd and 14, rolling out, overshoots him.
I think we have to punt this. There's no
Yeah, we're punting him.
decision. Is this DeJuan McElberry? Do we have another? That's an interesting name. And I think he might be used. That might be a Leo Jameson Jr. on the field for Miami.
Sorry, 6 seconds left as we see handoff to Chris John. Nope, that's C.J. Baxter. And he's going to get pulled down for a gain of 6. And we will go to the end of quarter number 1. Miami up 7-0. They have a chance to take a multiple possession lead with a touchdown here. As we look up to the top of the ACC standings,
Look at Charlotte.
Look at Charlotte. Charlotte's still with an outside chance to make it. Dirt currently sits atop the ACC standings, actually. And handoff goes up the middle. Doesn't get it. So Baxter's gotten both these carries. Is C.J. Johnson, is he not playing today?
No, I think he's playing. He is not the power back, though. So, Baxter's the 94 overall, I think. Actually, I know he is, so I think he still can get some carries.
Yeah. We'll see what defense the Cardinals come out in. They're going to stack the box here. And they get it. Barely. So first down for Miami. And I think that a one-man, speaking of always Joker, he really loves this formation. It is wildcat.
Yeah.
But he has the quarterback in. He'll send the guy in motion. And you're going to give it to him. That's Chris Johnson Jr., his first carry of the game. Hits a spin move, and he's going to get pulled down after a gain of 4.
The last time we seen Chris Johnson Jr. carry the ball on Game of the Week, I think in his first carry of the game, he fumbled.
Did he?
And he held on to it that time, so.
No, I think it was
Could
the
be a
second
different
carry,
outcome.
actually.
Well, it was his first. It was the second. C.J. Baxter carried it the first time.
Okay, well, you framed that win in your memory. Perfect blitz there by Stanquan Clark, the middle linebacker for Louisville. And now the Cardinals have a shot to get off the field here. Who is scribbling? Sorry,
Scribbling.
Someone was scribbling on a desk or something.
I was writing down.
Oh,
I was writing down notes.
I'm glad you said that. I need to write down some stuff in my paper again. or in my notebook of thoughts, if you will. Oh, going over the middle, hit hard, ball's knocked loose. And it will be 4th and 10.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50, the first possession.
Oh gosh.
Nice.
Okay, well, yeah, oops, yeah. Freaking clown. Going for it on 4th and 10, going to the deep shot.
Got it.
We caught
Booker
it.
T. Washington. Okay.
Oh, Booker T. Washington with a absolutely gastastic play there on 4th down. Hauls it in, and now Miami's close to the end zone, where they're 1 yard out of the goal line.
Game like this, take a chance, and here it works out for them.
1 yard out of the red zone, not the goal line. My apologies.
Okay.
They won't get there. They get stopped at the line. But yeah, to all the admins who didn't want to vote on a 4th down rule, that's on y'all.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Second and 10. As we see, Don Juan gets a screen out to Johnson. Johnson's got some space. He's going to get the first down here.
Chris Johnson Jr. from Florida. He would be interesting in the blue and orange.
He might. Pablo, what are you writing down?
I'm writing everything down.
You're writing everything down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm writing down Chris Johnson Jr. I'm writing him an official offer right now.
Well, you can write C.J. Baxter into the end zone, I think. I see a gap. And there's the gap. Touchdown, Miami. They'll take a multiple score lead.
Caleb was trying to do his best Tony Romo impression.
So the extra point will go into the air, and it will be good. So Miami leads 14-0. Louisville in trouble here. So, Pablo, what do you need to see out of Louisville on this drive?
A touchdown. Yeah. I think that's what you have to see out of Louisville on this drive is a touchdown.
Pablo, man, a few words. Who else in here? Jackson, since you want to troll and haha and kiki in the admin chat, why don't you give us your thoughts? What do you need to see out of Louisville this drive?
I'll be back.
Okay, well,
First
okay,
drive it
DJ's
was working and
pausing.
just threw a duck into the end zone, but I mean I would just keep throwing over the middle of the field. I think that's the easiest place to attack.
Yeah, Miami does send a lot of pressure. It can expose the middle of the field pretty often.
By the way, Joker's not happy with his performance from his son so far, if y'all didn't know.
I don't think he is. Yeah, that's...
Maybe disappointed would be an adjective you could use.
Disappointed, shocked, appalled by the performance. In February, too. Just really a rough scene. Big Daddy Joshua is not having it. So motion the guy to the right, and the drive's done. And they'll throw it to the tight end for the first down. Well, they'll mark him just short. It'll be 2nd and inches.
Maybe Louisville can get a touchdown. We have an interesting watch here on a game of the week.
Maybe they're just trying to do the reverse comeback, right?
Or just the actual comeback.
Well, the reverse choke.
Yeah.
Did he just? Okay, I'm seeing crazy things. I thought he just started celebrating. Isaac Brown will get his 3rd carry of the game for. He's gone for 21 so far, and Louisville got a first down here. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing something else. But Christian Asby out of the backfield gets a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Second and 4.
Pierce Carson can't.
Lawrence London in on the sack.
London's just too quick for Pierce Carson to run away from him, and he showed the athleticism that the Miami team has there.
So 3rd and 14, they're going to line them up 3 to the right. We got 1 out left. Clarkson. Stadium. Well, there's 4 out there, actually. He's going to go to him. He's got a man wide open, other side of the field. First down, Cardinals, and a timeout.
Just what he needed.
So on 1st and 10, we'll see Louisville offense back out in an empty set. Clarkson got 3 out right, 2 out left. Miami going to spread the D-line. Clarkson dropping back to throw. Looking, throwing under pressure and incomplete.
Yeah, we see Pierce Clarkson leaving the pocket a lot. Maybe something to monitor. Maybe we stand tall and command the pocket.
Yeah, maybe you should do less of that. 2nd and 10. Clarkson dropping back to throw. Scrambling. He's going to get by him. He's going to get past the line of scrimmage. He fumbles the football. Miami stays in bounds. And there goes the defensive lineman. Can Brown catch him from behind? Yes, he can.
Are we going to try to challenge it? I think does the
Pablo's going to try to. Pablo's going to remind Lamar to challenge it. There'll be no dice.
I mean, it would be worth a shot for him to try.
Well, now Miami in position to score again here, and they get the ball back. And toss out to Chris Johnson. Can he get the edge? Yes, he can. Is anyone going to stop him? They push him out of bounds at the 3. Here we go. 10 seconds left. Johnson lined up as a quarterback in the Wildcat. They're going to send Baxter to the left. And they'll take it up the gut with Johnson. Johnson trying to fight for it, and he's in. Touchdown, Miami. And they have blown this game wide open.
Yeah, and Chris Johnson Jr. is invisible.
Yeah, it's John Cena. I can't see him. Okay.
I think Chris Johnson Jr. might have just won the Heisman from that.
From his ability to turn invisible?
Yeah. I mean, what other college football player can do that?
Yeah. It's true. And also, speaking of February, Electric also has some comments, and we don't slide. So I guess Lamar should have probably slid there. With 7 seconds left, we'll see what he can muster up here. He might try to run something. I mean, I don't really think you have a choice at this point but to try to run something. But he's got a running back in the backfield.
Back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. First down, looking to throw the ball.
He'll draw back to throw. Clarkson has all day in the pocket. He will sling it down the field. Catch made. Tackle is made as well, and that's where we will take it to halftime. Score 21-0. Miami is out in front. So Pablo Jackson, does anybody have any real reasons why Louisville could get back in this game?
I'm gonna be honest. Nah.
I was about to say the
It's
same
over
thing.
with.
No. Yeah. Miami will receive the kickoff. Yeah, I mean, this is just a rough loss for the second best Madden player in Kentucky. He's just struggled this year.
And the fair catch, signal for and taken.
And that's the second consecutive year, I believe, that
He won a championship in year one. And he just has he been back to the playoffs since then?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he made it in the second season.
Never mind, he has.
Get a 1 yard carry from Chris Johnson. I think Miami should probably consider chewing clock at this point. You're not trying to give Louisville any more time than they already have.
Defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
So Baxter will line up as the QB in the Wildcat this time on 2nd and 9. Gonna pitch it out to Chris Johnson. Does he have the edge? He hits a spin move. Get sticky, young man. Better find a mop. And they get down to the 46. Shout out
Yeah, Chris
AB
Johnson Jr.
if he's
is a
listening.
stud.
I know he likes that catchphrase a lot. But fresh set of downs for Miami.
Chris Johnson Jr. is a beast.
The offense operating at point efficiency. Come to the line again.
The burrito in the bag.
Takes the toss and moves.
Okay, so Baxter gonna get sticky, young man. Breaks a tackle, breaks
Oh
another
my
tackle.
goodness.
CJ Baxter says Johnson's getting all the Heisman hype. I can run the ball too, and he gets a long touchdown run, and Miami goes up 27-0, barring the extra point.
This Miami team, you know, a lot of people kind of just forgot about them after week 0, but they've ran through every single game they've played since, and they are doing no different here. I had them going 11-1, and it's looking like that's going to happen. Not to jump to any kind of conclusions, but
Well, Lamar's got to score, and he's got to score quickly if he wants to get back in this ball game, or if he even wants to not be unranked after this week. So he's got to get a grip, as his father/mentor would say. Got to get a grip. Backup quarterback's in. That would be Allen, more of a pocket passer. He's dropping back to throw. Got nowhere to go and pulled down.
yeah, it looks like he's had enough of Pierce Clarkson today.
Yeah, I mean, you just think back to that first interception. I mean, if he scores that touchdown, he gets the momentum. Who knows where this game's at right now? Probably 28-7, but still, I mean, it's still it's the thought.
The thought.
Just the thought of it. He's going down again. That is Artavius Jones in on the tackle.
Miami's just been dominant from the interception to now. Really, I think this Miami team is a contender.
Oh, he's going deep. Uh-oh, he might have a man now. He undershoots it, and it's intercepted. And he's got some blockers. He might run this back. No, he's going to get hit at 25. Dang on. Pablo is quiet as a mouse. Okay, 1st and 10.
Well, there's not a whole lot of.
Oh, Don Juan's got the speed. He'll pitch it to Johnson now. Pull down after gain of 5.
Yeah, well, I believe my bet is hit today. So another good day of gambling here in Starkville. Unless something happens, something just insane happens in the next, 8 minutes of this game.
Quote from the Oregon coach real quick. We are in year 3 of this, and we still make the same mistakes we've known about since week 1 of the game being out. A lot of mouths around the league are just running about the Louisville Cardinals, and Chris Johnson's going to take it back. He's going to get sticky, and he's going to get put down after a 1st down.
You know, I think Louisville still has something, not for this season, maybe in the future, that they have to bring out. I don't think they're done as a program, but they got to lock in. Maybe.
They're borderline on the island of relevancy. I think that they need to just start winning again is the main thing. Listen, another guy in motion. That is Chris Johnson. He's trying to outspeed him, and he does. Chris Johnson gets it to the goal line.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of Madden, a little bit of NASCAR Heat 5, and that's just what happens.
So 1st and goal from the 1. And Miami's out in 5 wide. Oh, okay, Miami gonna call timeout. Didn't like what he saw. And look at Brown up there, leading the country in touchdowns for the South Florida Bulls. They're having a magical season.
Yeah, they're undefeated still. One of 3 undefeated teams. No, 4. One of 4 undefeated users left.
Yeah. Wait. Touchdown Miami, by the way. Florida, Kansas State, South Florida.
Washington.
Washington. Yes. Oh, we can talk about that. Washington. Currently in position to make the Big Ten championship. Obviously, they're going to need to win at Autzen Stadium. That's going to be a big game during rivalry week. But the Huskies are playing good football right now.
Yeah, they couldn't be playing any better. They haven't lost yet, so they got to keep that momentum throughout the season. And I think if they can get to 11 wins, they are in the Big Ten championship. In the playoffs, especially. But I know they got a big game this week against Wisconsin.
They do, yes. Is that game of the week, or did that get passed up on? It is game of the week, so we'll bring that to you whenever that happens. And Brown's going to get game of 6.
I believe it's coming tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, okay. All right, you see Chris Johnson Jr. leading the country in rushing touchdowns, and it's not particularly close. Dylan Edwards is second with 13. The next guy back has 10. So
Another user having a good season is Ty Racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another guy out of the Big Ten that not a lot of people were looking at, but he's got himself in a pretty position to make the Big Ten championship. Because for some reason, once again, the game has taken out Michigan, Ohio State, so he doesn't even have to play captain.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got no users left on the schedule, and he's undefeated in Big Ten play. So I think he's got a good shot at making the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't
And anything can
have a
happen in the Big Ten
choke.
championship game. Imagine who wins that. That's a playoff.
That's a
That's a playoff
playoff
Michigan
tie.
team.
Yeah, it is. It's a first round bye as a couple juke moves gets him to the 43.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some great yards after the catch.
This offense has been struggling, still scoreless on the move now.
Joker seems to think this isn't good sauce. This is just bad DJ. Oh, he's got a man open. Oh, he caught it. Touchdown Louisville. I thought he overthrew him. I would have cried. But Brady Allen is on point. And Louisville's on the board. And they're going to go for 2 here. I'm not sure what the point of this is.
Let's get some more points on the board.
I guess. I do think this kind of opens up the conversation for, well, if Sauce has a score that people think is borderline for running up the score, then, oh, well, he scored. He went for 2. But, you know, clearly we don't penalize running up the score in this league anyway, so what's the point? So Miami's going to get the ball back here. Someone is really chawing down on like a mint or a hard candy or some kind.
No, but the Louisville. I guess I was about to say it. He's trying to make it like a 4-possession game, but that's just impossible. I don't think.
Math don't math there.
So I don't think that going for 2 does anything besides make the score look better. But hey.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
So Wildcat, they're going to send a guy in motion. Will they get the snap off? No, they won't.
Yeah, Chris Johnson Jr.'s had his fair share of touches this game.
He's touched all over this Louisville defense.
Yeah.
No diddy, but like he's had his way thus far. So they're gonna send a guy in motion. Chris will get another touch. He'll get pulled down at the line. And I mean, we talk all the time about how momentum can affect the team so much. Think if they don't blow the lead week 1, right? We could be sitting here with a completely different Louisville team than we're sitting here with right now.
Yeah, I mean, they could be 6-1, I guess. It would be the record they'd be with how many games they played. Because that, I mean, it would make them 5-2 if they won that game. But the momentum probably adds another one. I don't know who they lost to besides you.
They lost to
You,
Georgia,
Mason.
and they lost to Kansas State. They should have beat Kansas State too. So imagine that one of those games goes their way. So
I mean, we have a Dirty Boy Jackson message. I mean, 3 top 6 teams in Florida. It's where the real football is played in the college football world. I know, and I have to agree with him.
Okay.
So, Florida is peak football.
Well, Chris Johnson's going to break away here to the 20. It's a spin move down to the 10.
I don't think Florida's won a championship yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Who?
You know, speaking of teams that aren't winning anything this year, let's talk about Ole Miss. How are they playing? When are they playing A&M?
I'm not sure. He said he could play tonight, but I got this race coming up, so I'm not gonna be able to play
Yeah.
before that, and he usually gets off early, so maybe tomorrow.
We'll see. Texas A&M coming off of a upset victory against Georgia, to where they won on a blocked field goal again. So maybe that starts some forward momentum for the Aggies that they desperately needed after the bad start. And Johnson's gonna get down to the one.
Let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring.
Now here we go. Here comes Chris Johnson in the Wildcat once again. They're gonna motion Baxter. And they'll
Chris
take it up the gut
Johnson's
with
taking more
Johnson
snaps at quarterback
again.
than Magic Don Juan.
And on 4th and inches. I don't know what the mentality is here.
First down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's
He's gonna go for it.
the offensive coordinator and head coach.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2.
Don Juan gonna pitch outside to Johnson in Louisville. Oh my. Okay. They look to be all over that. I guess not.
And Chris Johnson Jr. is probably the best football player in the country.
So let's see if Louisville is going to answer, if they're going to try to run clock and just try to get out of here alive.
Yeah, well, you got to figure out something to build on and to take into the next game.
Rolling out, going to throw cross body, and that's just going nowhere.
We have a message from Tiger NASCAR that says Florida sucks. I mean, an interesting viewpoint from our rival.
Florida Charlotte. Yeah, the ever so toxic Florida Charlotte that announced that they won't be renewing their contract for next season.
Who announced it?
We did, the NCAA.
I did.
Nah, you can't do that.
Yes, we can.
That's just not something that can be done.
And I'm afraid it is. And I'm going to vote for a new rivalry to be created between Mississippi State and App State. Because there's about as... I mean, we're 1-1 all time. It's a very competitive rivalry. If you ask me personally, it's a better rivalry than Florida Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte's never beaten Florida. That's not a rivalry.
There's not any hatred there in y'all's.
Oh,
But
there's not?
No, in the Florida Charlotte rivalry, there's hatred all over the place.
Well, we're going for it
it
on
makes
4th and
sense.
10.
Florida cheated against Charlotte last season.
That is true. They ran a custom playbook. Ooh, scary words.
I mean, Hail State knows a little bit about a custom playbook, right?
Yeah, I do know that if you don't have a custom playbook and you're playing a dude who does, you're not winning. Okay. Yeah, so he was going to score, but he decides to cut back. Baxter. Unfortunately, he's had 2 touchdowns today. He's had a good game. Coming out 2-1, they're going to get to full back, and you're going to get gain of 2.
defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some clock drainage right here. Just see how far we can take it down.
You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. They'll stop him behind.
And on 4th and 2, I'd say just kick the field goal. Just give him the ball back because I don't think there's any need to go for this. It's been a real slugfest.
Yeah, this has been an amazing football game. Looks like we're going to take the delay game and then take our 3, maybe, or
Oh, he's going to
kneel.
take a knee. I thought the clock stopped on 4th down.
It will stop, but, just a sign of courtesy.
Yeah.
We're always avoiding running up to score penalties.
And now
Though,
we're going to take a knee. I don't think anyone would have blinked at him kicking a field goal, but that works too. The clock will continue to run. Put me to sleep over here. My goodness. Which is not good because I also have that race. And I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be paying attention where I finish. Clock will tick under 10. And that will do it. Final score, Miami 42, Louisville 8. Louisville's playoff hopes most likely end here today. We'll get down to the head coaches. First off, the winter sauce has you've steered this ship in the right direction after the Florida loss early in the year. Talk to me about the adjustments you've made in the team since that game.
Well, we've been playing good defense. The defense got some turnovers early, and that just allowed us to run the ball. Really didn't have to throw it. Just control the clock, and just pound away on the ground. And here we are, 42-8.
Anybody else?
yeah, a good game. I'll start off by saying that. And talk to me about just the decision to believe Chris Johnson may have taken more snaps at quarterback than Magic Don Juan. Just walk me through that decision.
We're just going to put our athletes in good positions to succeed. We're going to put them in spots to maximize their talents. And, it's been paying off. We're just sticking to what needs to be done. There's no sense to throw it. I think we're up 21-0. Didn't have many offensive drives in that. So just ran the ball. We had one big play downfield, throwing the ball on 4th down, I think it was. But overall, just let our defense do the work for us. And then run the ball, control the game.
Yeah.
And a good game to DJ. It just, turnovers, and a guy like myself who likes to run the ball and control the clock, it's hard to come back once those happen.
Yeah. All right. So I guess if we don't have any more questions for Sauce, we'll get down to.
I hope y'all were entertained. It doesn't sound like y'all were.
We'll get down to the second best Madden player in Kentucky, DJ. So this loss probably ends your playoff hopes. How do you keep the team motivated after a loss like this?
Well, sometimes you got to deal with it.
sometimes not everything's gonna go your way. You're not gonna get every single thing. It's not gonna be handed to you. You actually got to go and earn it. And I don't think we need any motivation at all. We just need to just keep moving forward and just we're gonna get back on our feet eventually one day. This team, it's just I wouldn't say it's bad. No, it's just really not stable. It's not championship contending, nowhere near it. But I think we're just really rebuilding. I mean, after the second season ended, I mean the wheels just completely fell off. We've been struggling. Obviously bringing in not a veteran QB like Tyler Shuck. It's been a struggle. So think we'll be able to overcome it. We should be fine. We're just going through right now, but we'll be back one day. It's okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah. So I know your playoff hopes are probably done, but what's the goal for the rest of the season to kind of take some momentum into next year?
I at least try to make a bowl game, at least win it, at least. We're not really playing for anything anymore, so I think we should want to focus on making it to a bowl game.
Okay.
All right. Well, that will wrap it up for this stream, this edition of HPL Game of the Week for Jackson, Pablo, and myself. We are signing off here from Miami, Florida.